Thank you.
What's going on? Junk in the trunk. You know I'm the #1 player from the Himalaya.
Downers Grove, Illinois, weighing 225 pounds, Angelo Puffball.
for the millions watching around the world.
Let's get ready for
AB Combo!
We know the stakes. The future of the industry is on the line. We get that. But you listen to me, and you listen to me good, Mr. Midlife Crisis. You had your time. You had your time. You damn sure can't have ours.
You just gonna let him answer for you? You must be an idiot. You gonna let this cross-dresser make your future decisions for you? I mean, come on.
Hey, the American dream. One of The Rock's heroes is looking down. Isn't it true that you're the youngest of three? And isn't it true that your sister was a cheerleader for the Dallas Cowboys? And isn't it true that your brother is a Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer? Yeah, and you're 20 years younger than your siblings, is that right? You know why? Because you were a mistake. Let him go, let him go.
Is A&B Combos Wrestling Edition. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, man. The people are up in arms. But before I get started, can I hear myself? Yes, I can. I can hear myself. Talk to the people.
Talk to the people. What up, people?
Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it. Can I hear you? Yes, I can. That's what I'm talking about right there. Make sure that mic is, yeah, you're right there. This is what I'm talking about, man. The people are up in arms. Everybody all up in their feelings
Always.
about Smackdown Live.
They always in their feelings about something.
But before we get into all that, I want to welcome you to the most must-see wrestling review and live reaction show in all of YouTube. Welcome to A&B Combos Wrestling Edition. With us, as always, is our channel mascot, a little fluff ball. Come over here, good girl. Hello? I don't know.
She's sniffing.
Okay, come here. Hello? Come here. Say hi to the people.
Oh, Crush, you want to say hi to the people?
Gracious.
Hello.
She, I don't know what she's doing. All right. You get an introduction here. Weighing in at 16 1/4 pounds, she is the Shih Tzu Terrier of terror. You know her, you love her. Give it up for the one, the only Bone Crusher. That's right, a Shih Tzu Terrier of terror. She's our channel mascot. You will see her peppered throughout all of our stuff.
Although she looks more like salt
than
pepper.
The group. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man.
Want you to push it. Oh.
Okay, you took it way back.
Gotta.
I'm trying to give him something that you might know. What's going on, people? It's good to see you guys here. Thank you very much for joining us for our Saturday Night Lives event on Sunday. We're not going to take up too much of your time, so if you don't come from me in the comments if you are in here. But we had to talk about it because apparently everybody's talking about it. But before we do, we want to give a shout to the Mod Squad. Who is in the house?
All right, man. Mod Squad, Wise Man, Jedi Knight 88.
We acknowledge you.
We acknowledge you, boo. Let's see who else we got up in here. Any other mods in the house? Let me see.
So
Three Diglets is in the house.
What up, Three Diglets?
Mod Squad and Super Champion
of the world.
And And then I want to acknowledge our members as well. We got JR Dugan.
What up, JR?
What's up? We got Samantha Poole.
What's going on, Samantha? Good to see
Let me
you.
see if we have any other I need to acknowledge before you get up there. And we got Roland Bird.
Rolling. We get the ticker up here and get everything set and situated for Saturday night's live event.
Okay, so if you want me to give a shout out to who was first in line then for you, or you gonna still do that?
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. I can see it so long as it's the same. Are we on the same page?
Yeah, we're on the same page.
All right. First in line with that fast pass. You know him. You love him. He is family all up in here. Give it up for Aaron Drew. And you get that honorable mention. What's going on, family?
Aaron Drew?
That's what I'm saying. What's going on, family?
Glad
Heart
to
emoji.
have you here.
Thank you very much, Aaron Drew. We got Fareed Saheed in the house. JR Dugan. What up, fam? Before
What
I
up?
get going with everybody else, I do want to give a shout to my baby sister. She is up in here. She's on a completely different time zone. I know you're tired. Go ahead and get you some rest.
Right?
Drink you plenty
It's
of water.
late, sis.
But I love you. Mwah.
We
We
love
love
you.
you.
We love you.
Thank you very much for being in here, baby sis. We got Zay. Yeet. Or is it the neat? I don't know. I don't know what it is. What up, Zay? Thank you
What
so
up,
much.
Zay?
Good to see you, Nico Thompson. What's
What up,
going
Nico?
down? All right. We got Vinny Ikwakin. If I mispronounced
Vinny,
that, I
what's
apologize.
up?
Great content. God bless you.
Oh,
God bless you.
appreciate
God
you.
bless you.
God bless you too.
Thank you, Vinny, for being in here. We do the best
Yes.
we can. Brandon King Carter.
What up, Brandon?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you so much for joining us. Dylan Danger. What's going on, Dylan Danger?
What's up, Dylan?
I see a new name in here, Steeler Lee.
Hey, Steeler Lee.
What's going on, Steeler Lee? Thank
What
you so
up?
much. Kyle Fisher, we acknowledge you.
Hey, Kyle.
I see what you did there. Is everybody seeing this? Yeah, y'all seeing this. I know you are. Michael Tolbert, what's up?
What's up?
Brian Gax, what's going on, Brian? The first super
Brian.
chat of the night. Started off right.
Super Chat Champion.
Come on now. This
Come
is what
on,
I'm
Three
talking about.
Diglets.
Big circle message to you. I wrote a poem.
Okay, let's hear it.
I wanted to share it with the people.
People's phone.
Seth sucks. Cody sucks. Naomi sucks. Rhea sucks. Thank you. Dun 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 dun. That is a wonderful poem.
You went down deep for that poem.
You
man.
did.
You went
You
down
did.
deep.
That was that a haiku?
I was
think that was.
wondering if maybe that was a haiku.
You know,
poem.
I don't know. You're always killing with the super chats. Thank you, Three Diglets. Wesley Franklin, always a pleasure. Thank you,
Always
Wesley
a
Franklin, for
pleasure,
being
Wesley.
here. Oh, Brian Gax says favorite YouTube videos. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
You got Bro
Appreciate
Crusher in
you.
there, Mr. Midlife Crisis. Y'all saw it in the beginning.
Let me tell you, dude. Mr.
Y'all
Midlife
saw it.
Crisis. Now, that's what he should have said the first night. That was clever. That's something you can chant.
A lot better than Diarrhea
A
Dwayne.
lot better than Diarrhea Dwayne.
I mean, let's
And
keep it
as
real.
soon
Let's
as he
keep it
said
real.
Mr. Midlife Crisis, I'm like, I wonder if The Rock wrote that for him to say.
That's a beautiful line.
It
It was a beautiful line. Steven Tamores, what's going on? And we got Jody Bennett.
Woo!
My voice is slowly but surely.
Slowly coming back.
It's going in the better direction. Roland Bird.
Hey,
What's
what up,
going
Steven?
on, Roland Bird?
What up, Roland?
Greg Felty and the Hizzy. Thank you so
Greg.
much, Greg, for being here. Christopher Jackson.
Hey, Christopher.
Just got done watching one of the reactions.
Oh, sweet.
We hope you enjoyed that. Thank you
Appreciate
very,
you.
very much.
Yes.
King Mike Todds.
What's up?
Thank you, King Mike Todds.
King
We
Mike.
appreciate you for being in here. We know it's late for some people,
Mhm.
so we're not going to take up too much of your time. I don't see Sophie Dophie in here, so I think it's okay.
Okay.
Because Sophie Dophie usually comes to me when I say that.
Because you always take
Um,
up the same amount of time. or
We're
more.
going to talk about a few things, but let's just dive right in. Let's take a deep dive into this. All right.
I don't know how deep these waters are.
Some are shallow, some are deep. Oh, hang on. Super chat right here. This might be setting the tone. Aaron Drew. Circle message. People were complaining that the show ended after Cody slapped Rock. but I loved it because it made me want even more from the story.
Why are people complaining about that? People complain about everything.
For me, I will have to admit, the way that they've been ending segments in the shows lately has been a little rough, been a little choppy. I've noticed this a couple of times.
Yeah.
So I can understand them wanting to do it that way, but like, oh my gosh, it ends like that. It was like, it was before our time, maybe before your time. There was a show way back in the day called Dallas. They kind of remade it. And if you remember back in the day, there was no VCR, there was no DVR. If you missed the show, you just missed the show. You understand what I'm saying? So there was a guy named J.R. Ewing. All right, this is about Texas oil rigging. I'm not gonna get my hat right now. Texas oil. And somebody shot JR. It ends like that. Ends on a cliffhanger. And people had to wait 3 months to find out who shot JR.
Right.
Okay? That's how the suspense used to be. And this is what they are doing now. We're so used to the Netflix and the Hulus. We binge watch show after show, episode after episode. We're used to this give it to me now, kind of a TikTok, instant gratification. And this is long gaming.
There's something good about waiting, man. We got to teach this new generation about the art of waiting.
You know, I made you wait, girl. I ain't no cheap date.
I want to say what's up to Tribe Nation who just came up in here. Welcome.
What up, Tribe Nation? Thank you for joining us. So I kind of understand it from both sides of the fence, but we already know we finna get something else. Okay. Cody Rhodes got his lick back. Okay. There was a lot of man meat in that palm. You understand what I'm saying? When he slapped the taste out the Rock's. As a matter of fact, I think that slap was harder than the Rock's.
Yeah.
Okay. He saw that head jerk.
Friend.
And you heard the Rock. I had to go back and watch it a couple times. You heard the Rock go, ugh. That was from the diaphragm. That was from, damn, Cody.
Like when your grandmama hit you in your throat.
Oh. Let me teach you how to throw a punch without throwing a punch. I'm from Hollywood, punk. That's not how we do. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how it went. 3 Diggers with another super chat right here. Circle, message to you. You know how I know. Cody winning at Mania. They made We Want Cody shirts. We done here.
They did? I didn't even see those in the store yet.
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. We're not doing any predictions for WrestleMania yet, but I'm not convinced that Cody Rhodes is winning that title.
Hey, Denisha. Welcome back.
What up,
Love that you're
Denisha?
here. Hello, Sean. How are you?
Oh, yeah. This may or may not be your prime. I can't really show it because we're not. Yeah.
We ain't showing nothing unless we get
But
paid.
this is another
to
thing
show
people are
it.
talking about where it's just like it's now in the middle of the ring.
The branding, yeah.
The branding. That's a whole other thing. We're gonna talk about that. Yeah, I'm not. I don't buy it.
So how do y'all feel? Were any of you guys up in your feelings about the comments? Oh, look who just joined. 850.
Big boy. What up, 850 big boy? Appreciate you being in here.
Were y'all in your feelings about the comment, the mistake, and all that? Let us know. Sound off.
Now, Roland Burr believes that we're going to see some turns. We're going to see a Seth turn. We're going to see a Rock turn.
He believe we're going to see a Seth turn too. You know,
DTA.
It could be crazy. Like, hear me out. Hear me out. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but what if? Let's get into the what if. If y'all are into Marvel, y'all seen the What If series on Disney?
Good
Go
stuff,
along
especially
for
the
the
second
ride.
season.
Go
Second
along
season.
for the ride. What if The Rock is not really acknowledging Roman Reigns? In the moment that Roman Reigns was like, acknowledge me, The Rock was like, okay, you went too far, but let me ride this out. But that's why he's doing this L. He ain't doing no 1. He's doing an L. And at this point, he know he doing the L. Everybody's pointed it out. Seth even made fun of him for it. And he's still doing his L, right? So The Rock turns on Roman to teach him a lesson about who's really the head of the table. But what's this? Seth still has his old Shield members back.
Oh my God.
And he turns on Cody to help out his Shield member.
Oh my gosh. What?
What if? What if?
Bum bum. Bum bum.
What if?
Bum bum. Bum bum. Ticka-dun. Look. Here's the deal. We got snakes in the grass everywhere. All right?
Better than snakes on a plane.
DTA. Don't trust anybody. Oh, hell yeah. Okay? Everybody's dropping everybody. I honestly don't really know what is going to happen. Because just when I think you're going to zig, you zag. Okay? I'm really, really invested in this story. I've never been so invested in something like this in quite some time. I think it's plausible that Seth would turn. I think it's plausible that Rock would turn. But I also believe, and I'm just at this point not necessarily convinced, but I wonder. Because I like the surprises, even if it makes you mad. What if Cody does, in fact, come up short?
The best surprises are the ones that have you in your feelings. Absolutely.
I mean, Undertaker lost at WrestleMania.
Okay, that's not true.
All
that wasn't
of
the
us.
best surprise.
All of
we
us
were in our feelings. That
were
wasn't the best
shocked.
surprise.
Still to this day, Taker was like, shouldn't have happened. Apparently, Mark Henry was going to be a guy also in contention to take it from Taker. And Henry was like, nah, I don't want that.
No.
I don't want that. We don't need to do that. So
Nobody needed to do that. But yeah, we'll just let that go.
there is precedent. There is precedent for somebody beating somebody not in the way that we think. So I'm not convinced. But I see another super chat right here, brother. Super chat champion. Biggest super chat so far of the night. Single one. Circle message to you. You know who else is done? Oh, snap. Sasha Monet, a.k.a. Mercedes Banks. She did not eat in that interview. She ain't doing bigger things in AEW than she did in WWE. Nah! Nah!
Nah.
No way, no how. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
You can't do bigger things than AEW. Well,
Jokes, hang on, I'm not finished. Hang on.
Oh, okay.
Jokes
Sorry.
on you, ma'am. Congratulations. You played yourself. Yeah. Another one.
I can't even argue with that. And here's the thing. I was going to say you can't do bigger things in AEW than you could do in WWE because technically it's just not a bigger show. But you can have a bigger character if WWE wasn't going to invest in you, right? So that's what Cody did. Cody went and he reinvented himself and became something to be reckoned with, and then came back with that. I say it all the time. Toni Storm is the best she's ever been. Right now at AEW. Her character's phenomenal. Her wrestling has totally gone up and above of where it has ever been. And she is showcasing herself in a way she would never have the ability to do in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think her goal is not ultimately to get that same kind of opportunity on the biggest stage of them all, which is WWE?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think you'd be kidding yourself to say that isn't her desire. So, Sasha Banks, I absolutely do think she played herself. I absolutely did. She walked out for herself. She didn't walk out for the women's division. She surely didn't walk out for Naomi. She didn't care about what was best for Naomi's career. Naomi left a champion, left her belt there. Probably would have had a singles championship by now. And then she came back, and now she's having to start at the bottom, and she's jobbing to Trish Stratus. So, Tiffany.
Tiffany Stratton.
I know.
Hang on now.
Trish Stratus.
I wish it was Trish Stratus.
I just went back to the Attitude Era. See what The Rock has me doing? The Rock got me back in the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
So, So, I agree. She's not going to be bigger here at AEW. No, she's not.
For my money, I'll keep it short and brief. I watched the interview. I listened to it a couple of different times. Tony Khan clearly has deep pockets, bringing people in. We see the big names that are coming in here. We just had somebody drop in here that apparently is making more money than Brock Lesnar. And that's fine. That's all well and good. What are you going to do with them once they're here? That's the deal, right? So I'm hoping that we get something of substance from Mercedes Moné. Listening to that interview, the biggest problem that I have with Mercedes Moné is humility. She ain't got none. She ain't got none. And that's where the failure for me resides. You got to come in here with a little bit of humble pie. You feel me? Your partner had your back. Y'all walked out. You dropped the titles on the desk. You walked out the door. Naomi became a champion, and so did you. Now Naomi is back in the WWE. Whatever we got going on here, I personally believe this is a little bit of as it's said in the industry, receipts. It's like, look, you did walk out on us, so we got to make you look a little funky at first.
Right.
You know, and it's fine. Tiffany Stratton is a good in-ring performer. I will give her credit. So I think that's what we're seeing here. I think we will see her rack up some dubs soon enough. Mercedes Moné, she got an attitude problem, as far as I'm concerned. Go back and listen to the interview. And there's nothing wrong with having, like you said, there's this fine line between, confidence and arrogance.
There's a difference. There's a difference.
You know what I mean? There's a fine line there, and she don't cross some lines.
Yeah. It's one thing to believe in yourself. It's one thing to think you're better than everybody else.
And you listen to the way she said
It's the difference. And some people are okay with that. We don't like it. We think it's ugly.
Thank you for
we don't miss it in the
giving
WWE.
me the fans. Thank you for making my career. Like, thank you for doing everything for me. I heard a lot of me. I'm a boss. I handle like a CEO. Just sister. Take it down a notch. It took CM Punk some time. You still young. It's like Orange Juice Jones. Yeah, you still young. Yeah, that's all right. You gotta know Orange Juice Jones. So you walking in the rain. And him walking in the rain. It took CM Punk some time to get that humility in him.
Right.
Hell froze over. Did nobody think we would ever see him in WWE? He had to go through some things. They gave him a whole show. Let me repeat that. A whole show on AEW. It still wasn't good enough to humble himself. It takes some stuff. So I think Mercedes Moné need to go through that a little bit before I want to see her come back here in WWE. But I wish her no ill will. Yeah. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Yeah. God bless her.
Yeah.
And I hope that she finds much success in AEW.
Right.
There's a so long as they use her right, what they gonna do with her.
Right.
That's all I want to know. So I appreciate that super chat. Thank you so much.
We didn't actually get to the topic. We because of the super chats, we kind of got off topic. But I know that we didn't really get to address it. But looking through the comments.
Hey, Lauren.
I don't feel like. Hey, Lauren. I don't feel like I really see a lot of people who had a lot to say about.
Oh, The Rock is at the Oscars. I'm not really big on the award show, so I catch the who won on the news afterwards, which is funny. Aaron, Christopher Jackson saying that. We got a super chat by Aaron Drew. Circle message to you. What are your guys' opinion on Sasha saying she knows for a fact she's going back to WWE? She has some unfinished business, in my opinion. That's a bad look for AEW. Basically, she's going to get her bag and leave.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That is see, you're not even caring about the promotion you're at now. You're saying this is a stepping stool for me to go back where I need to be. And I don't know, but MJF has said it too. I mean, it is absolutely a bad look for AEW.
Let me find it, because I said this to my man, and I want to make sure that I don't misspeak, because I said this to him, just Alex. We were talking about this. There's a difference. Let me see. What did I say? Opening the pocketbook. Yeah, I said she almost, because to me, listening to the interview, to me, it sounded like she almost slipped up and said she was coming back to WWE. So she said a lot of different things. She did kind of flub a little bit over her words, just a smidge. If she's coming back to WWE, that's cool. WWE right now, this is a different place. They are about forgiveness. It's run by The Rock. It's run by Triple H. We have TKO being the head of all this. And it's about the dollars and the cents. All right. If she can bring those dollars and cents in here after going through all of this stuff, if she came back to the WWE at this point, I think she would be money. I really do. Whenever Charlotte Flair comes back, I would love to see them in another contest. Their match was fantastic. But again, at this point, I'd be a little irritated if I were TK. If you're saying I got a lot of unfinished business in a lot of places, excuse you? You know how much money I'm paying you?
Somebody here said that Cool Dream said that interview was before she signed with AEW. But I do want to give a shout out to a few more people who stepped in here. The Emancipator, TJ is up in here.
Oh,
Cool
man.
Dream is up in here. And Ravishing Pretty Richie.
What up, Ravishing
I
One?
was just telling him I did not see you up in here last time. So we're so glad that you are here, my love.
Head up, chest out, and watch for the shoe. Because it's a family show. We will not use that other word. But yeah, but let's oh, no, we got another super chat right here. Then I want to say thank you, JR Dugan. Circle message to you, A and B. I wanted to ask what your thoughts are about the Michin storyline. Oh, I find it very intriguing. I feel WWE will turn her into a dark heel.
You know, she needs to do something. Hi, Kyle Fisher. She needs
What up,
to
Kyle?
do something because she is a talent. And when she came back, I was so excited, like, ooh, they're about to really. And then she does this thing. I've got to change. I've got to do something. And then she doesn't do anything. And then she continues to job. And then she's just crying. Nobody really wants to watch somebody cry. It's wrestling. Put some hair on your chest. You know what I mean?
Be a man.
If they need her to go heel to get her over, do what you got to do. Don't waste her because I feel like she's going to be wasted. And I'm hoping that we're going to see something more because, you know, even when Baron Corbin was crying all the time, I don't like crybaby stuff.
Well, I'll tell you what, they found success in NXT.
Oh, yeah, no. Him and Braun Breaker are really good together, and he's flourishing there. So I don't know if that's what they need to do. I don't think they need to necessarily move her back down. I think that they could probably figure it out. I mean, maybe they could. I don't know. But I really would like to talk about the topic that we said we were going to talk about.
I know we're gonna talk about the topic, but we got the super chats.
I know.
So I mean, I'll say this much: we dropped the pre-reaction to our main reaction. If you saw that, we are big fans of Michin, Mia Yim, whatever you want to call her. Whatever they got going on with her right now, I hope it turns into something. That's all I want to say. Because much like with Shinsuke, he had this whole kind of character change. They're doing these vignettes. It looks great. And he was coming up short.
Yeah.
Now he's finally racking up some wins. Whatever happens with her, I hope she does, in fact, dig in. If they're going to turn her dark heel, so be it. Because as a face right now, the crowd is a little quiet.
Yeah.
They're a little silent on her.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of feel the same way. You know, the women's division seem to be getting a shot in the arm, finally, on the main roster. NXT is totally fine.
Yeah.
On the main roster, they're finally getting a shot in the arm. If that's what it's going to take, granted, did not work with Jai Lee. Okay? So now she's doing something else. But if they're going to do it right. Because I kind of feel bad that she had her whole faction just disappear. You know, AJ comes back, how he comes back, the Good Brothers over here in NXT. I kind of feel bad for her.
What up, my vida loca?
What up, my vida loca?
Welcome, welcome.
So let's ask you the question, man. This is the question of the night.
Question of the night.
Oh, don't even talk about Zion
Sophie
Quinn.
Dopey in the house.
What up, Sophie Dopey? OG, triple OG. Yeah, don't even get her started on Zion Quinn. Zion Quinn looked like a freaking cyborg. Okay, he comes up here clean shaven, haircut. Somebody been in the gym getting them reps in. You see what I'm saying? And what happens? 6 seconds? Come on. Come on. And I don't even care if the majority of the people there didn't know who Zion Quinn was.
I know who Zion Quinn is.
He
And
got
that was
robbed.
Booty Stank.
Robbed.
Booty Stank.
And it's fine,
Booty
Braun Breaker, welcome to the big leagues, big boy. But you did Zion dirty.
Dirty. You have Braun Breaker down here fighting whoever. I mean, and he's not just spearing people and they're gone. I mean,
Zion's better than that. Put up a fight.
so much better than that. I can't
Put up your
believe they
dukes.
did that to him.
3 Diggers with another super chat right here. Big circle message to you. Me Chin? Question mark.
Is RY stand for really?
All right. If I can be serious for a second, in Lance Storm voice, I'm not even sure if I can do that. My voice is still not right yet. The ladies need to improve at a super fast pace because you got the likes of Belair, Ripley's, Musty. Dang.
You gotta stop talking about my champion like that, dog.
Ripley's, Musty.
Uh,
Stratton. Even Miss Parker.
Miss Parker.
Miss Parker. Somebody need to dust up. Nope, I'm not going to say it.
No.
And NXT. Ladies, you got to move quickly. There's a lot. They're restructuring. It took a long time for us to finally say, finally, the women's division is getting a push. And NXT, all the way.
Mm-hmm. And we've seen what she could do in NXT. We saw what she could do in TNA. We know that this woman can go and she could go hard. It's a matter of them letting her out of the cage. You're only going to come out of the cage if they let you out of the cage. Just like with Natty. We didn't see Natty go toe-to-toe like that with anybody until they let her do that with Rhea. And so they have to decide, you know what, Michin, we are actually going to let you go. That's not what they're doing with her right now.
So what you're saying is come out of the cage and go hard. Jack Enoff.
Bone Crusher did not like that.
Apparently not. I mean, let's just see where they go with this. Let's see where they go with this. There's a lot of potential. I like the interaction that Belair had backstage with Naomi. Belair's like, girl, why are you over here feeling bad for Bayley? And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm with Bianca Belair on this. Hang on now, Bone Crusher. Let me make my point. I am not buying Bayley's tears. Bayley is a number one suspect. She's the one with the lead pipe in the library. You understand what I'm saying? She is dirty.
She's the Mrs. Green.
She is the Mrs. Green. That's hey. It is what it is. You the Mrs. Green. We got a Mr. and a Mr. Green. Mrs. Green. You did everybody dirty. You brought in Damage Control, and then you ran roughshod and made everybody's life a living hell.
That's the reference to the game Clue, if any of you know what game that is.
That's what that is. So I do not feel bad for her. I know she needs a friend right now. She ain't got no friends, and that's her fault.
But this is what they do. You go heel, you go face. You go heel, you go face. You don't know that you could trust Randy Orton either.
But don't cry about it. At least Randy Orton's giving us some comedy. Okay, he's still the Viper, and he will RKO his mama if she got in the way. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm okay with that. But he ain't over there crying. Don't be crying, Bayley. Don't be crying, me, Chin. Put your head up, chest out, and watch for the shoot. That's how I feel about that.
Watch for the shoe.
Thank you, 3 Dicklets. I
Thank you,
appreciate
3
that. Sophie Dofi, the OG, triple OG, circle message to you. Your thoughts on the 2024 Hall of Fame class so far. I like it. Paul Heyman deserves it. Bull Nakano deserves it. We've got family of Bray Wyatt in here. They deserve it. I got to ask the question.
You got what?
You missed it.
The Bray Wyatt family was nominated?
Okay.
The Wyatt family?
Not the wife, no.
What are you talking
The
about?
literal.
His dad?
Okay, can I finish my
Well, I was
statement here?
lost. Can I know what's going on in the conversation?
Can I finish what's going
Now
on
you're gonna
here?
make me cry.
Let me just flow. Okay, I'm
I
moving
don't know what's going on. I'm Bailey.
Sophie Dophie, will you please tell her who I'm talking about?
Tell
Let me
Sophie Dophie.
look in the comments. Let me finish my point. My point that I'm trying to say here is The Rock in his promo, which is a good segue, talked about Cody Rhodes' brother, Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
He kind of slipped up there a little bit.
Yeah.
And I wonder
if it's going to be this year.
If it's going to be this year, because there is talk, there is belief that there is some influence. Some say no, some say yes. I mean, come on. There's influence. You have somebody now who is no longer in the WWE, that being Vince McMahon. All the influence about who and who is not getting inducted. I wouldn't even be surprised at this point if we saw China being inducted.
I hope so.
Because McMahon was not having that.
She deserves it. So she deserves it.
McMahon was not having that. So I say there's influence, and I'm just kind of wondering. Let me pull it up. Here we go. Okay, the U.S. Express to be inducted. So these are the folks right here. Let me show you. Let me pull this up. You see this right here? We got Wyndham. You know what that is? That's the daddy.
Oh, that's
him. The daddy. Okay, they had a short stint as a tag team in the WWF back in the day. Mike Rotunda,
they're getting
Barry
entered
Windham.
for a short stint.
My point being, they were tag team in '84. You're missing the point.
Sorry.
The point is that it is a Rotunda that is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Awesome.
So we clearly will now see Bo Dallas. We will see Liv Morgan next to Bo Dallas. And this is going to be a huge pop for Bray Wyatt.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm excited about that.
Absolutely.
I firmly believe that we will see some other names that will be inducted that would not have been otherwise if McMahon was still at the helm.
Mm-hmm.
And if The Rock has a hand in that, then so be it. Because these are people that have long since deserved to be in this. Wyndham had a good singles career, and so did Rotunda.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I think The Rock always talks about his dad and his tag team partner, Tony Atlas, being the first African-American tag team champions is a really big deal. So I think there's a special place in his heart for tag teams. Having that Samoan dynasty, you saw the family tree. We know that there are a lot of Samoan tag teams. I think he's got a special place in his heart for tag teams. So I'm about it.
Yeah.
I'm all about it. But speaking of The Rock,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a good segue. Let's talk about the topic at hand. Ravishing when I see a super chat right here.
Yes, Liv and Bo live together. They've been together for a while.
They are living lovers.
They are
Living lovers. Oh, that's what they are. But we're getting off topic. Ravishing Pretty Richie, circle message to you. Tiffy is the future of this business. Let me say it like Booker T. Tiffy is the future of this business, y'all.
Are you kissing up the three Diglets?
Put some respect on her name. Caviar wishes and champagne dreams.
She's amazing. I'm not going to say that she's not. She is. I don't love her on the microphone, regardless of what Three Diglets says. But she is good.
But we love you, Three Diglets.
Gymnasts turn wrestlers. I mean, look at Charlotte. And I can't wait to see Charlotte and Tiffany go at it.
Katana Chance. I mean, there's precedence. Welcome back, Sol Roca. You know, she's got that knee brace on, but she's back up in here. If you can get down with the get down, it's fantastic. She'll get her mic skills up. There's potential.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But her in-ring skills, this is what I like to see. Somebody who's been wrestling for, what has it been, 2 years? 2 years. And she's already up on the main roster wrestling with the big dogs.
The big dogs. Woo, woo,
So, absolutely, I think we will see great things from her.
Tripping. She ain't nobody better than Char. You tripping.
Wait.
Charlotte Flair?
Who says she's somebody better than
Three
Charlotte?
Diglets. No, sir.
I gotta disagree
No,
with you
sir.
on that, homeboy. Charlotte Flair. Woo! I still can't woo quite right. But Bull Nakano, I like the hard hitters. Y'all know that.
Yeah.
Okay, there are very few that hit quite as hard as Bull Nakano did. When she wrestled you, you felt that for some days. You felt that in your soul. Your kids came out bruised.
Like Gunther.
Doctor was like, what the hell is wrong with this baby? You're like, I fought Bull Nakano. She gonna damage my uterus. Put the fallopian tubes that crisscrossed them in the ring. Damn you, Bull Nakano. That's what I like to see.
That's funny.
But, you know, right now, the main topic at hand is what went down on SmackDown. All right, at the 50-minute mark. I know I said I was going to go long, but God bless y'all. On SmackDown, y'all saw the beginning. If you missed the beginning of this live, go back and watch it. Drop some gospel on you, okay? A&B Combos, drop some gospel on all of your candy, Rudy Poo. No, I'm just kidding.
Rudy Poo.
But we have right now somebody who is one of the top dogs, top kings of the Attitude Era, that being The Rock. Still looking good, looking better now than he did back then. Let's keep it real. He was a little puffy back then. Then he went through the skinny Hollywood Rock phase. And now he's coming back jacked like a mother.
Who's mother?
Shut your mouth.
My mother ain't jacked like that.
We had Roman Reigns calling Seth Rollins a cross-dresser. You had The Rock going in on Cody Rhodes, saying 20-year age difference between him and his older siblings because he was a mistake. And that set the universe. The one. Y'all check it out. No,
that was
the one.
from
Romeo
Must Die.
Romeo Must Die. Absolutely, different Jet Li film. Everybody was up in their feelings on that. Everybody up in arms. So I got to ask the question, as you can see back here, Attitude Era versus PG Era. We grew up in the Attitude Era. We came up in the Attitude Era, rather. It was what it was because WCW, if y'all really legitimately don't know, watch some footage. WCW's main goal was putting WWE out of business. And they were doing a hell of a job. They were doing a hell of a job doing things that had never been done in professional wrestling before at that time. And they were kicking butt for over a year and a half in the ratings. Any other company would have went down in flames. But the WWE kept on fighting. And what did you have to do? Attitude Era was born. Give them something that they will not see. Give them must-see television. Every week you tuned in, you knew you were going to see something that was even more over the top than the previous week. It was wild. It was unscripted, but it was survival. They had to do what they had to do, and there was a certain je ne sais quoi with that time period that we will never see again. We then move into the reality era, the PG era, Triple H, the game. His forehead looks like Dusty Rhodes' forehead, looked like Jimmy Superfly Snooker's forehead, Fabulous Morocco's forehead, because they used to hit with their head. They used to take the shots that we don't really see anymore. Triple H talking about no blood. We're done with blood. He made a career out of it. Let's just keep it a buck. Right? So it's a different era now.
Now it's $7.
I understand it. It's $7. That's okay, clever. Okay. I see what you did there. So different time, different era. Just because of reality era, just because of the attitude era, because of golden era, whatever the era was, it was what it was for that time. Does that mean we can't get a little bit of that little dirt, a little bit of that edge back?
A little dirt under your nails.
A little dirt under the nails.
Little
Not just for shock value, but to be like, look, this is pro wrestling. This is where the big boys play. All right. But more importantly, let's keep it a buck. This is a predetermined dance. This is a carefully choreographed dance with a predetermined outcome. That is what professional wrestling is. Meaning the boys in the back, the ladies in the back discuss things.
What's going to be said?
before they go out there. And they'll say, look, we might fly a little over the cuff or whatever the case may be. Just want to make sure you're okay with that. Anything that was said in that ring was greenlit by every single participant in that ring.
Right. Because it's already been said that Seth wears his wife's clothes. That was already said. So calling him a crossdresser, same thing.
I think we saw him wear the same outfit on the same night. I can't be.
I think they have worn the same outfit on the same night. It's not. Seth is wearing those outfits to get people to talk about what he's wearing. So, and then when you go as far as The Rock calling Cody a mistake, I mean, why was that worse than Roman telling Cody last year that that Dusty told him that he was the son that he always wanted, as if Cody wasn't good enough. And so that's why he looked at Roman as a son. These are the whole point of these promos is to push the envelope, to get the people talking. What did The Rock say in his last Instagram thing? He was saying they got to keep their hand on the buzzer. They don't know what I'm going to say, and they not going to know what I'm going to say. He is making sure that the world is abuzz about everything that's being said and about everything that's going on. And it's working. It's working. You're not supposed to like what they're saying. They're the bad guys.
Hey, yo.
It reminds me of when they decided to take the woman who was for auction in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland. We can't do that. That's offensive. We need to turn her into a pirate. They're pirates.
Arr.
Pirates aren't good guys.
I like the booty.
Pirates like the booty.
Pirate booty.
They're pirates.
Arr.
They're raping and pillaging because that's what pirates do.
I like the way you said pillaging.
I appreciate you liking the way that I said that. So when you try to make pirates politically correct, something's wrong with you. They're the bad guys. Roman
bad guys
and Rock are the bad guys.
They are oozing machismo.
That's my 2
and
cents.
they dripping.
That's B's rant.
In gold.
And Versace.
Versace on the floor. Yeah, I mean, there were some things that legitimately were a little over the top in the Attitude Era. But again, it got them to where they are today. They won the Monday Night Wars. Okay? Exactly, Bone Crusher. They won the Monday Night Wars. So I've been saying for the longest time, we need to get a little dirt back into WWE. It's a little too soft. That's how I feel about it. I kind of was not used to hearing F-bombs and S-bombs dropped in WWE. We're seeing it all the time now in AEW. But AEW, although they're getting better, their storylines weren't quite where they needed to be. So long as there's a story behind it, so long as there's a point behind it, you've got some men in here that are jacked up, feeling a type of way, taking things personal. And if all of us, I think it's fair to say at one point or another in our lives, we've gotten angry enough, we got into a fight, an argument, we might have dropped some cuss words, might have said some things that we didn't necessarily mean in the moment. That's what I'm seeing here. But at the end of the day, this is all about getting, pardon my language, asses in the seats and eyes on the biggest WrestleMania of all time.
And it's working, people. As professional wrestling fans, you cannot be anything but ecstatic of the level of eyes and money being poured into something that we love right now. What? Can you all remember a few years back when we were just disappointed week after week with what was going on, with every decision that was being made, I mean, it was going in the drain. And we were on the ride down the drain, but we were pretty sad. It sucked.
So
And it has turned around. And it's beautiful. And so people who are complaining about The Rock, it's insane to me. It's insane.
I got a super chat right
He is
here. I
the
want to
golden
read.
ticket.
I'm actually just standing real quick. I'm gonna push this because it's hitting the table.
Oh.
She's gotta. There you go.
Did that work?
Perfect. Yes, you got it. Perfect. All right. We got a super chat right here by 3 Diglets. Circle message to you. My thoughts on the Hall of Fame. It's a sham, a debacle, a travesty, I say. Only 1 to 3 people should be inducted every year, and there should be some years where no one is inducted.
Why? Why would there be years when no one's inducted?
Make this special, damn it. WWE, stop being sloppy.
Wow. Okay.
That's fair. I've actually heard some people say that too.
Mm-hmm.
That is fair. 1 to 3 people. I think that's fair. The issue that I have with the Hall of Fame ceremony is you always have the one that is like heralded above everybody else. You know, never really cared for that because honestly, if it wasn't for people of the past, there would be no people of today. So I feel like everybody should be equal, even, Steven when they come out. It kind of sucks that they do it that way. Sometimes they got more people than they probably should. I'm not in total disagreement with that.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
don't
in
think
total
there's
disagreement.
years where there should be none. But maybe if they only did 1 to 3 every year, that would spread it more
Not bad.
thinly.
Ridiculous. I
There was,
appreciate that.
More to go around.
So I mean, I gotta ask the question here. I gotta ask the question because we hear it all the time, generational thing, Gen Z, whatever. I don't like the idea of any one generation being better than the other. There's good and bad in all the generations. There's things you can take from everybody. I'm just gonna call it more of a PG era that we're just not. It's been. If I go back and look at some of the stuff from the past, like when we did a couple of years ago, we react to 100 greatest moments when we were just getting involved with Just Alex. He would have these compiled videos of like shocking moments that we would react to, 100 greatest moments in WWE. And we forgot because it had been a long time since we've seen some gritty down-home wrestling like that. And these people used to get down with the get down. I mean, they put their bodies on the line. And at that time, we were used to it so much that we were almost desensitized to it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where we are now in the PG era, where we are desensitized to it in the WWE. AEW still being what it is, still being a young company. We're getting that little more of a shock value. I'm still really shocked because it's on, I guess, TNT, TBS, whatever, that they do not blurb out any of the cuss words or whatever. Still kind of shocking to me. But is it really a question of everybody is just in snowflake feelings and just cannot appreciate some good old fashioned dozens, you know, or trying to hurt some feelings a little bit, or is it just par for the course?
Hey, firefighter Jimmy.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. Hoping they're feeling better.
You know, because I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this at all. I think it's a good thing. I don't want to see anything that gets into, because wrestling also had a history of sexism, racism. Pro wrestling wasn't just all, you know, sunshine and rainbows. All right. There are people who took a long time to come up. But what happened on Friday Night Smackdown, for me, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. We see The Rock cutting promos on his social media unfiltered because he can. So already,
That's your story.
run over your goofy ass dog.
I mean, first of all, Cody's dog is so cute, but that is so funny that he keeps talking about his dog. That's hilarious.
And then people want to bring up The Rock's daughters, the fact that they're 20 years apart. We have his oldest being the general manager of NXT, Ava Raine, Simone Johnson, and he's got 2 little ones. This was two different wives at two different times.
They're not exactly 20 years apart.
My point is, this has nothing to do with that. The fact that people want to bring it up. But here's the thing. It's perfect. And Ava Rain even responded just with I think a GIF and said, Marks. You know what I mean? Like, this is, if you just, pro wrestling for decades has had people in here.
Yeah.
All stirred up one way or another because that's their job.
And it's not like The Rock didn't know the age gap between his daughter and the younger daughters when he made the comment. You know what I mean? It is funny, but marks, we're all marks. And if we're in our feelings,
rock on the juice.
Good job.
That's what you're supposed to do. Once again, and you can be mad about it, Seth Rollins. And I think he is. I think Seth Rollins wears his feelings on his sleeve, his emotions on the sleeve just a little bit. We saw when CM Punk came back, he didn't hold back. I'm pretty sure he is a little bit irritated that the eyes, the views, the numbers are in a place that they would not be if The Rock was not here.
But that's stupid because you had your chance. So did Cody to get those kind of numbers, and you didn't. You didn't. I'm telling you, as YouTube reactors, Seth don't pull in the numbers Roman pulls in. Cody don't pull in the numbers Roman pull in. And Roman don't pull in the numbers Rock pulls in. And Roman pulls in twice the numbers Seth and Cody pull in. But Rock pulls in 10 times the numbers of all of them together. And the fact that Rock is inviting you to get into his car and ride this ride with him, say thank you. That's
thank
it.
you. See, so you had to say a comment like that in order for Cody to get his lick back. You had to be put, and this man knows during that promo, he's listening. And even in the promo that he cut on that 21-minute promo, he was talking about, and I'm going out here to test the waters. Oh, should I sit at a booth? Oh, the audience didn't know where I was going with that. Should I sit at the bar? I mean, this is a different Rock. Just like this is a different Cody. You go away for a little bit, get a little seasoning on you. You get on the grill a little bit, you come back.
Bring it all back home.
Bring all that knowledge back here. And now we are seeing true cinema.
Great.
This is what needs to be done leading up to WrestleMania. This is WrestleMania season. Rock said it is exciting again, and he is absolutely right. And he's listening to this. You know all this chatter is getting back to him. It's getting back to Triple H, getting back to Cody. Cody be over there when the show goes off the air. He be interacting with the crowd, cutting promos on the mic or whatever. Rock everybody's listening to all of us. And they're pouring all that in, and they're leaning into everything.
You listening? You listening, Rock?
Now, I love it. And that's why, for the first time in a long time, I don't know what's going to happen.
Isn't that wonderful?
I hate having just, oh, this is an easy prediction. I have no clue.
And let me tell you something, y'all. Here's a little secret about B. When I'm watching a movie, I almost always know the ending. I know the ending 15 minutes into a movie.
Yeah, I gotta tell her to stop giving it away too.
He's telling me constantly, stop ruining it for me. So now I got to keep it to myself. I should write it down and put it in my pocket like Nick Cannon does on The Voice. Telling you right now, I can almost always predict. And right now, this is unpredictable, and I love it. I want more of it.
No way we're running out of people to induct ridiculous. There's no way.
Well,
we got years. I'm telling you, China's getting in there.
Right. China should have been in there before the Bella twins all day.
Why we don't have a China Battle Royal for a mid-card women's championship, I don't know.
That's how a mid-card intercontinental women's belt should be introduced through a China Battle Royal. You hear us, Rock? You hear us, Mr. Johnson?
Triple H.
You're welcome.
And just have McMahon seething.
Right?
And there's nothing you can do about it because you ain't coming back. Okay? You are gone for good. And stay gone. That's how I feel about it. Let me see what the people got to say about it. People, the Hall of Fame this year, we could see people we haven't seen in years get inducted for real. I'm digging that. Want to see The Rock and his daughter interact on TV? I want to see that too, but I want to see it in passing. I don't, because she's built a career not on nepotism. She had to get in here. She had to work her butt off. And it's fine to have your daughter, it's fine to have an introduction, like, this is my dad, The Rock, and get in here. But she, like, if you remember, during the Attitude Era, when you had not the Attitude Era, the COVID era, the COVID years, and they had the screens up. No, they were in there.
Screens.
You had the NX, not those screens, like the plastic shield.
Got you, yes.
And you had all the NXT people
Yes.
filling it up.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, she was part of that. Indy was part of that. Ivy Nile was part of that. Like, these people were part of that.
That's fine. She paid her dues, but she's not good.
No. She's not good in the ring.
She's not good in the ring.
She's not great in the mic, but she's great as a GM.
Right. She's great at the GM, but the only reason she got that chance to show she was great at the GM is because she wasn't doing well. And instead of getting rid of her, they're like, you're the Rock's daughter. We need to figure out where you'll work. So let's not say there was no nepotism there.
No. Well, again, you didn't let me finish my statement. I mean, I didn't say that there wasn't nepotism. I say even if you have, at this point, The Rock and kind of playing up to his TKO, I'm your boss. I'm your boss.
Yeah. Hey, Christian Thomas. Welcome.
Yeah. But yeah, clearly there's some influence there. And that's fine. And she's thriving at that role.
She is. I like her in the role.
She's doing great.
I like her in the role.
And she ain't taking no mess.
She's in the role for a reason, but I like her in the role.
So be it.
Yeah.
So be it. Seth is tired of the old guard. Well, you know what? The old guard is still pulling in numbers more so than the new guard is. Seth, be tired all you want. It is what it is. Circle, message, the 3 Diglets. That's why the bell is in the Hall of Fame. We're running out of people to induct. If you of the working age, you shouldn't be inducted in the Hall of Fame. Just induct the old timers, the oldies, the past. If you ain't got gray hair on your head, you ain't getting no awards, son.
They probably would have some gray hair if they didn't dye their hair. But I see what you're saying.
But you can look, but you can't touch. Okay.
No.
She told me I can't do that.
No, I'm immediately.
I'm also not mad at that. Because it's crazy, like, we'll listen to this an oldie station out here, K-Earth 101, that used to play oldies, 50s, 60s, 70s stuff. Now we're hearing stuff from the 90s. And I've been looking at it sometimes, I'm like, okay, hold on now. I know that's some years.
90s,
even the 2000s. And I'm like, this is K-Earth 101. You're supposed to be playing some of the classics.
K-Earth on the run, play some rap.
But then again, I'll be like, okay, hold on now. Like the 90s, that was 30 years, like I understand that. But when I want to hear classics, that's what I want to see. So I see your point.
Yeah.
Putting those that have retired, those that ain't going to get no other run.
Yeah.
I feel you. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that either.
But I'm also, Bill Nakano, she ain't doing it no more. So I'm fine with that. Mm-hmm. Paul Heyman kind of makes sense considering what he brought to the table. He has a head, not only that is bald, but is actually all completely gray. He just dyes it. So I think that qualifies.
The Rock is the new Vince. Absolutely. I keep saying that too, 3 Diglets. He is absolutely the new Vince without being a human trafficker. And I love it. I love that he keeps bringing up that he's the boss and that he'll fire you and he'll take your belt. I love that he stepped in that role. He is the sexiest man we could love to hate.
Well, I'll tell you who's the sexiest man that we can love to hate right now. La Fiend.
He went
3
back to being La
Diglets.
Fiend again?
La Fiend. 3 Diglets. Biggest super chat of the night. Single super chat of the night.
Wow. We're not worthy.
La
We're not
Fiend.
worthy.
Biggest circle message. I'm going to go dark.
Oh.
Bailey kneeling in the middle of the ring. Tired after title defense and title defense after title defense at Money in the Bank. But wait. What's this? It's Raquel. Raquel Rodriguez Gonzalez Quintanilla Gomez is here. She's cashing in. stops, turns, and flexes those traps. Brother, Dakota and Knox come from the sides and super kick Bailey's friggin' head off.
Dakota and Knox. Okay.
I like this Dakota Kai right now. I'm liking what I'm hearing on the mic. I'm liking the freewheeling attitude that she's got going on. I'm not mad at this. I'm also not mad at the full name of Raquel Rodriguez Gonzalez Quintanilla Gomez.
That would be great if they did that.
I don't know what's going on with Bailey right now. I don't like a crying Bailey. I don't like nobody just over here sopping up a storm. Just go in the back, sister. Ricochet's right back there. You can just follow in line right back in it. You know.
Catering.
I don't want to see it. When it comes to people that I know, heel face, totally get it. You did this to yourself. You did it for selfishness. You did it because you wanted to be a champion. And you were.
And the reality is that when you're a bad guy and you turn on everybody and you stab people in the back, you end up alone. And then people aren't supposed to feel sorry for you because that's where you go when you're a bad guy. Go to the back by yourself.
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that well, I mean, I could be wrong. Again, you know what? Nope. That'll be your prediction. Not even gonna say it.
No predictions.
Not even gonna say it. La Fiend, three Diglets. You don't put it down.
Lay that hammer down.
And once we do our Super Chat Championship defense at WrestleMania, just so everybody knows, we didn't necessarily want to do it. I don't even like talking about it. But we did create a cash app because we know that there is a limit when it comes to Super Chats. So if you want to extend that very generous donation onto, we will have that up as well.
What's really funny is that the main reason is because I know that if someone actually really tries to challenge our champion, that he would not want to have to back down in any way or have a tie.
But I don't like talking about money. It just makes me uncomfortable.
You guys know it's going to be up, but whatever.
I don't want to cheapen the show when we do that, but we are extremely, extremely humbled and grateful for any donations.
Yeah.
So just want to thank.
Hey, CW41.
CW41, thank you so much. Zay, you done said some things here. Jazz Victoria, why?
Get him started on Jazz, man. She was phenomenal.
You done did it now. I'm hulking up, brother. I don't understand, dude. Why is Jazz not in the Hall of Fame induction ceremony, brother? What we got over here with, you know what? Nope. Bring it down. Okay, I'm going to go back to Three Diglets last week. Yeah, there's a lot of people that should have been that are not. It's not over yet. We still got a couple of weeks. There's still time. Make it right, Triple H. Make it right. All right? That's all I got to say. Christian Thomas, I see you better late than never. We appreciate you. So let me ask. I just want to know. I want to know. Like, legitimately, main topic of the night. Because I don't think it's going to go away.
I don't see anybody in here who thought they went too far. I actually see that most people in here thought that they didn't go far enough.
See? Now that's where I'm coming from. That's where I'm coming from. I want to see. Okay, it's just like with Maxine Dupree, where we saw her after the whole controversy with her the very next week. Now they took that and put it into a storyline. You can't even lace my boots on your best day, Maxine.
And that was so clever. They had to. They couldn't ignore it.
So they're just taking what you're given and they're like, okay, people, because now The Rock is about the best of the best of the best. He has his own team. So we are finally getting some clever writing. You telling me The Rock ain't got some influence on that? Huh? Come on, player. You got to, they're leaning into everything that these people are given.
Yeah.
And they're turning it into gold. They're turning it into spirit fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Spirit fingers. What movie is that from? See if anybody gets that. Neo Sedaka. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. If you see the cast list for the challenge season 40, you will be shocked. I will check it out, Sophie Dofi. I will check it out because I'm actually kind of curious about that. Ravishing Pretty Richie with a super chat circle message to you. Mom and Pops, y'all look beautiful tonight. Love you. We love you too, son.
We appreciate that.
You looking good, son. Thank you very much. I hope the job is going well.
Oh, yes. How is your new job going?
Hope the job is going well.
Yes, we hope so.
Thank you, Ravishing One. We appreciate you, son. Yeah, U.S. Express makes sense to me too, for sure. Doesn't make more sense to Bull Nakano though. Well, ooh, ouch. Be Bull Nakano. Ooh. She got some history. She got some history, man. They both make sense to me. I'm not mad at Bull Nakano. Jazz should be getting her comeuppance. She absolutely should. And I believe that she will. I don't know who else is going to be inducted this year, but I feel like we're going to get it soon.
So if we were going to go way back on the Wayback Machine, we did an interview. And I think most of you seen the interview.
More to come. More to come.
And Medusa, back in her day, and first of all, her history with wrestling and going to Japan and wrestling and them hating her in Japan because she was white and having to deal with that. And then coming into the USA, being in ECW, being in WCW. She was in WCW, right? Or just ECW and WCW and WWE. All of it. And the hate and the amount of disrespect she faced as a woman. This was the time when they didn't even put the woman's name on the marquee. And she was a company woman who did what she was told to do. But, that story of her coming back to the locker room after a match and one of the guys took a crap in her bag. And she wasn't allowed to say anything. She just had to take it home and deal with it. And she really faced a lot and overcame a lot. And if she didn't stick in there and open the door for these divas, she didn't look like the rest of the divas. She was really a wrestler who was trying to get over. And because she, wasn't the typical knockout and stuff, she never really did gain, to me, the acknowledgement that she deserved for blazing the trail that she did in a time that was awful. I mean, we thought the Attitude Era was bad for women. No. Her time was awful for women, and I can't believe she stuck in there as long as she did, but that was just who she was. She wasn't going to let anybody bully her and run her out. So I wish that she would get her acknowledgement on that level.
But that's one of the reasons why we are so big on the women's division in 2024, that there's no reason that we should still be saying at this point in time why the women's still not getting their comeuppance on the main roster. And it looks like we're finally getting these ladies a shot in the arm that they deserve. Now, bring back that NXT Women's Tag Team Championship to NXT where it belongs. Get the women a mid-card title.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Let's elevate this where it needs to be. There's no reason for any of these people to still be scrimping and scrapping for the leftovers that's on the table.
Yeah.
I understand that Roman's at the head of it, or is he? You see what I did there. But you understand what I'm saying? So it's all well and good, but now we have an opportunity to elevate. And I'm hoping that we get that. 3 Douglas. What you got to say over here with this super chat circle message to you? How does 3 Douglas make that much money? The more super chats he makes, the less of a chance people will defeat him for the prediction championship. Sophie Duffy, your story.
Oh my God. Jeez, Louise.
3 Douglas, you're a real one. I know it's all love in here. But man, your super chats never disappoints. Good gracious. You should be writing.
on their
WWE.
toes for sure.
Well, I'm telling you, it's gonna be big time. We got 2 nights of
Big time
WrestleMania.
Beck.
It's gonna.
I just happen to have a Becky shirt on
You
today.
do have. We have our garbage pail shirts on.
But the
All right,
main
back in the
reason I
day.
got this shirt, y'all, is because number one, Garbage Pail Kids was from our time when we were kids. And because this kind of looks like me as a Garbage Pail Kids. Breaking arms.
I love it. Wasn't there from Damage Control was first formed. Yeah, to defend Naomi, that's fine if she wasn't there when Damage, and that's all well to the good, but she knows. We have to defend Naomi, she wasn't there when Damage Control was first formed. So says Sophie Dofi. And I get it. She doesn't know. She should be listening to her sister Bianca Belair. Be like, girl, you don't want to get involved in this mess. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's how I feel about it. So,
well, that probably would be the only way that works, right? Naomi wasn't around, so she didn't really see what happened with Bayley, so she wants to have her back because no one else is going to, because everyone else got screwed over by her. That makes sense.
I don't personally think, so says Zay, Beth Phoenix being in the Hall of Fame too soon. I don't think so. But I see Ridiculous point that it should be more so the OGs than anybody that would still be mixing it up in the ring.
Yeah. It doesn't look like she is going to mix it up in the ring anymore. And also, she did more than that. She also coached the girls behind stage in NXT. She was training them as well as commentator, and she was a good commentator. But I feel like Beth Phoenix, she was before her time as far as appreciated. She was another China. She'd mix it up with the men. She was strong. She was good. She was not out there to sell her butt cheeks. She was not out there for that. She was out there to show that she was a good wrestler, that she took her job very seriously, and that she very much wanted to help the women's division and make a difference, and she did. And so on that level, if she is, I believe she is retired and that she's not coming back, and even though she doesn't have gray hair, probably does, just like Edge does underneath it, just because she dyes it, she has gray hair. I think she's retired. And I believe she's done a lot for her career, like I said, on more than one level.
But we're still got robbed of what could have been an epic match between her and Mommy Rhea.
No doubt. No doubt. That should have absolutely happened.
Robbed. And I still very much would like to see that match. In fact, I would love to have seen that versus Mommy Rhea and Becky Lynch. I'm just keeping it real. Keeping it real. I like to see a Titan go against a Titan. And the Glamazon in her heyday at her height, any woman that could split a wig open and finish the match, I'm telling you, we saw brain matter in that match. The whole flap came off. They were like, hey, I ain't got time to bleed. Just staple it, put some duct tape on, let me finish the match. That is Beth Phoenix.
That is Beth Phoenix. And that was insane. That was insane. And I think that really solidified. I mean, honestly, everyone was like, come out of the match, your skull is in half. And she was like,
get up off me.
Yeah, I'm good. I have a job to do, sir.
And she did it well. So I'm not mad at that. So I wanna end it with this, man. I want to end it with this. Do you want to see more?
Oh, Coco Beware.
You're taking it somewhere. Do you want to see more of what we saw on Friday night SmackDown? If you don't think they went too far, can they push the envelope a little more? I know we can't go full Attitude Era. I saw a comment in there. Is this the Attitude Era part 2? I kind of was thinking that. I don't know, because it only seems to be mainly focused with the bloodline. Everybody else is still doing what they're doing.
Yeah, I did see someone else comment about the fact that Jimmy and Jay is not really being built up right. And I just want to throw this in. I know we're wrapping up. It's late, but I just want to say that I think that there's a reason for that. So they're obviously building as far as Jimmy having the no yeet shirt and Jimmy first interfering with his ability to win the belt with Gunther. And then you had Jimmy and Solo coming out and jumping him. Of course, that was after the air. It went off air, but that's okay. Cody coming to his rescue. Jay is going to be a part of this story with Cody. He is going to be on Cody's side. That is going to happen. They're saving that for the right time. Right now, you have what's going on. They just included Seth in this. You got to give them some time to get that going. They're working into including Jay in this. Jay's going to be included in this too. It is going to happen. It doesn't need as much backstory because the backstory is already there with Roman, Solo, and Jimmy. But Jay can't just come over on Friday Night SmackDown by himself. This is a number game. He would be jumped by his brothers, and he surely can't do it when Roman is there. That is going to be another, oh my gosh, moment when Jay joins their side. So that's going to be a big moment, in my opinion. It can't happen. It has to happen at the right time.
One thing I still am not really settled with is the fact that Jay did come over. We had this trade. I think KO's doing great. I think Jay is doing fine. I still would have preferred more just same show interaction with Jay, the Bloodline. But I like the fact that the Bloodline is coming over here to Raw. I personally want to see more of Jay coming over to SmackDown and getting involved in their business. You doing a lot of work over here on Monday nights, and I want to see Jay come over here because this Bloodline thing, I still feel like they jumped the gun too soon with Sammy and all that business, and it just kind of got watered down and kind of washed out a little bit. Now The Rock is doing the best he can to kind of bring it all back together, which I can appreciate, but we are at a point now where the Bloodline is involved, but Jay has nothing to do with this, aside from the fact that Solo and Jimmy do still interfere in his deal, but he ain't coming in and doing nothing to them.
But Cody is coming to his defense, which is working him into the storyline.
I hope so.
He will.
I hope so.
He will, absolutely. It will be him and Jimmy at WrestleMania.
All I know is this. Whatever happens at WrestleMania, and I know this word is overused a lot, better be organic. I don't want to see anything forced just because.
Yeah.
You've still got time to build that up correctly. We got a couple of weeks for some Raw. We got some SmackDown, whatever the case may be. As a matter of fact, I would love, like we saw Paul Heyman talking to Ava Raine that one time in NXT behind closed doors. You did it. I want to see some more of that.
Have Jay talking to her behind closed doors?
I want to see somebody pop up on NXT. That's what I'm saying. Have a conversation with the GM. Do something better with Zion. I'm telling you, you talk about the whole bloodline. We've said this. I want to see the entire Salamonian dynasty out there. Call it what you will, but you feel what I'm saying, big dog. You feel what I'm saying. 3 Digglets. Come on.
Dang, 3 Digglets.
Come on, 3 Digglets.
Pockets
You over
deep
here.
tonight.
I ain't mad at you. Circle, message. Let me put things in perspective.
All right.
All right? About the Hall of
listening.
Fame. Only the top, the tippy top, the Tiffany Stratton tops.
Oh, goodness.
I might have added that part.
He might have added that.
Names should be there. Austin, Brett, HBK, Undertaker, Ric Flair. Woo.
Woo!
Hulk Hogan, brother. Stars like that. No honky tonk mans. Honky tonk mans. No honky tonk mans. He's funky. He's honky. He's bad. No Coca Bewares. Dang. What about the Bird? The Bird was fire. Damn it,
Bird
Triple
was
H.
Fire.
Give the people what they want. Now, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Coco Beware came up in a very specific time. It was hard for the brothers to get their comeuppance back then. Hard. And he was a dark-skinned brother, too. That much harder.
That much harder.
You understand what I'm saying? Especially you go into some places like Mississippi and Alabama. I hate to say it that way, but back in the day, it's a little rough for a dark-skinned brother. But he held his head high. He's carrying around a bird, dancing around a ring. That ain't easy. But the honky tonk man, they made a big deal about him because Gunther broke that record. So he had this record as one of the greatest intercontinental heavyweight champions of all time.
Yeah, so at the point where I was going to agree with you, at the point that you're holding a record that was just now broken, you have to give that props. That's a really big deal.
Gotta give it props.
Coco Beware, although I loved him, he never went on to hold a major title. And he really was just a jobber that people loved, which is phenomenal.
I wouldn't call him a
Because of
jobber.
because of the racism of the day, he was Shinsuke.
He had a devastating finishing maneuver.
Shinsuke is a jobber right now. Is he not?
Well, he won.
So I'm saying, well, he's won a couple matches, but I'm saying when you're good and people love you and they know who you are, like a Dolph Ziggler, but ultimately, you're not getting that title, bro. Although Ziggler had the title for a moment.
He did. I can see it with Coco. I can understand about Honky Tonk Man.
Right.
I mean,
but when you have a
it's a tough one.
title holding the Continental Championship so long that it just got broken, that makes you one of the greatest in my book. You have a record you've broken and that people couldn't break until recently. That's something to be acknowledged. I agree with you about Coco Beware, but I was a fan. I was just saying I like him. I like him. I liked him. But I don't think everybody I like should be in the Hall of Fame.
True. This is true. If we don't see a China, we protest. That's going to be a shirt. That's going to be a shirt. You are stomping. You are the big dog.
You
I
are
can't
the
say
big
stomping with the big dog.
right?
You the big dog today. Three Digglers. Arr, arr, arr. Sorry, Bone Crusher.
Hey, Lucky
didn't like that.
Kratos.
What's going on, Lucky?
Kratos. We can't tell you who we got at WrestleMania. It's not the prediction show yet, bro.
But it's coming up. It's coming up, and we may be doing a special collab. I can say no more.
We might be doing a couple of them because I
Might
believe
be.
we have a collab with one, and I think we're going to have a special new guest on one of ours.
Yes, indeed. So we'll talk about that.
We got some things.
Circle message to you, Ravishing One. Three-way stare down at Mania with all three brothers.
Throw their daddy in there. Have him on the outside. Come on now.
And then the loser catches the stink face. That might be a little weird, actually.
And I also saw someone say that Natalya has confirmed that Tamina did not retire. So she better be out there with WrestleMania.
That's what I'm talking about. You premiered with them. You better show up.
Better show up.
All right. Tamina, you talking about somebody that ain't got no dang respect on her name. She was in the WWE for 10 years before she got a title, and it was a collab title at that.
Dossie said Shinsuke Jabamora.
Shinsuke Jabamora. Okay, that's kind of funny. That's
I
kind of
love
funny.
Shinsuke, but it is what it is.
Thank you, Ravishing. Well, look, I'm saying though, you can't be doing
Thank
these
you,
big.
Ravishing.
I love the mist in the eyes and whatever. You know, you're doing all this stuff. You're having a conversation with the GM. Maybe back in the office. All right. So you're trying to make some big player moves here. Then I better be seeing some big player moves
Unless
in
you
that ring.
tryna come up another way in the back office.
Oh my gosh, this is. Oh my gosh.
Just kidding.
Somebody get your girl.
And on that note,
Somebody get your girl.
it's just hot under these lights. I'm losing my mind.
Wow. All right, so I think we'll end it on that note. Good gracious, I thought this was a family show. So show of hands, scale of 1 to 5. 1 being not so much, 5 being, oh, hell yeah. Do you want to see more of what we saw on Friday Night Smackdown? Do you want to see a little bit of that dirt on the shoulder? Drop it right now. 1 to 5 being a hell no. Team hell no is the 1. Oh, hell yeah is the 5.
Hey, the Glow Channel.
The Glow Channel is in here.
Welcome.
Been hearting your stuff on the gram. Loving it.
Yep, and we're on our way out, but we are so glad that you stopped in before
Loving
we
it.
did.
The question right now at hand is, did Roman Reigns and The Rock go too far on Seth and Cody
Or do
during
you
Friday Night
want
Smackdown?
more of it?
So it is a 1, a hell no, and a 5. Give me a hell yeah. You don't want to see any more, or you do want to see them go a little bit into that attitude era. Let me see what the people got to say. This is the question I really want to know.
A whole bunch of 5s up in here.
5. Ravishing One got a 5. Firefighter, thank you for your service. 5. Wise Man, 5. Wesley Franklin, 5. CW41, 4, but no 20-minute promos. Fair enough.
Rock could go 20 minutes. I don't mind.
What?
What?
I swear, Lord. Crack it to the White Beast show.
The white meat's already on the outside. bro.
Unbelievable. Come get your girl, Denisha. Where you at, Miss Lane? Miss Parker. Miss Parker. We got 3 diggers with a 5. By God. By God. Rock needs to chill on the promos, though. Roland Bird, a 5 for Reed. Says a 5. Wesley Franklin, 5. Darcy Chatham, 5. I'm Team Bloodline all day, so says the Glow channel. Nia Jax to me as a tag team would be like Kane and The Undertaker. Why it ain't happened though? Seriously, we had that tease, and it just never came to fruition.
I was trying to tell on me, Pretty Richie. That's not right.
Missed opportunity. 5 for Michael Tolbert. Hey, here y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Denisha. Get your girl. Pops, Mom be watching The Rock on the low when you ain't watching. I know, son. I know she do. Papa waking up in the middle of the night. What's going on? Be like, go back to sleep, baby. Go back to sleep. I'll be hearing that. If you smell, I'll be like, what? I hear her go, Becky. Then I hear Roman go, acknowledge me. It's crazy. I do gotta be watching her. Thank you. Keep an eye out. Get back to the people before we get up out of here. Just playing, I know. 10 for 10 for Rock's promos. Fair enough.
Can I borrow your microwave real quick?
Let me borrow your VCR. I got to double tape right quick. Anybody know about doubling a tape?
These days, kids are like, what's a VCR?
CW41, you ain't lying, man. I said this about Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie McMahon was gold on every time she got on that mic. Gold. I don't know why it's so hard. This is part of Wrestling School 101. Cut a promo. It's supposed to be a well-rounded package. Have the look, cut a promo, kick some arse in the middle of that ring.
Yeah.
It's a well-rounded thing. It doesn't all hit at the same time for everybody. Sometimes it takes a little bit of work. There was a Rocky Maivia before there was The Rock. Let's keep it real.
Yeah.
Okay? There was the Emancipator, Terminator. What was John Cena before he became the Doctor of Thugonomics? Word Life. He was. He was like, he had this crew cut thing, and it was just
That's so
ridiculous. So, yeah, I feel like there should be promo class. And I don't know what they're doing with Theory. I really don't. Are you and Waller going to get into a thing or not? Like
They're doing this in slow motion. They're not sure whether to rip off the Band-Aid or not. Denisha, just to answer your question,
the prototype.
Will they probably take her belt and give it to Sasha? Probably. I hope it's not a right away thing. I hope it's that they go on for a while. And it's sad because Tony is just so good. But they bringing Sasha over not to give her the title? Come on.
I mean, but what title though? I know that's what I'm talking about, that humility thing. I don't want to see her go straight for Toni Storm, assuming that Toni Storm will still be the champion when Mercedes Moné appears. I don't want to see her go straight for that and then get that title, because you're going straight to the top right out the gate.
And where else did you have to go?
Exactly. Like you gotta, there was something to be said for an Intercontinental champ facing the heavyweight champ. That was the way it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I would love to see you become TBS champion, work your way up a little bit, get that little bit of humble pie on your plate, sister.
Yeah.
That's personally what I would like to see.
Yeah.
But thank y'all so much for coming in here. I know it's late for many of you, especially if you're on the East Coast.
Yeah. Sorry to keep you up so late.
But this is important because I know people were talking about this subject and we felt the type of way about it. I got to be honest with you. Right now, I want to see a little more. I want to see where they go. People got some snowflake feelings right now. You can't say nothing about nothing to nobody.
Nothing about nothing to nobody.
And it's one thing, constructive criticism is all well and good. Just like with us, we're not perfect. We do the best we can. We listen to what you guys want to see and don't see. We try to make some adjustments. But I mean, this is a brave new world in WWE. And the one thing that is for sure, everybody's talking about this. Everybody. What more can they do to get the biggest event of the year, even that greater. That greater is not really that much greater. There. That's what I wanted to say. I think The Rock and Seth are creating some kind of secret alliance, putting on Roman and Cody. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. I think it's very possible. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I hate the easy prediction. I like the swerve. Even if the swerve makes me mad, I want to be surprised. And I'm hoping, I am praying to the wrestling gods of old. No disrespect to the God, but the wrestling gods of old, that we get some surprises at WrestleMania. I want to see some surprises.
If we didn't, not after. No, The Rock is no. He's for sure gonna pull out some surprises. For sure.
I want to see some titles change, and I don't want to see some titles change. And I ain't telling you which ones until we do our prediction show.
That's right.
Mania's gonna be crazy. I can promise you. I know. It's gonna be 2 nights. And we gonna be here for 2 nights. The Super Chat Championship of the world will be defended at WrestleMania, both night 1 and night 2. So come with it. If you want some,
come get some.
We love y'all. So thank you to our mod squad for keeping an eye on things.
Yeah.
It's it takes a while to kind of get there. People come in, bots come in. We try to cultivate a show here that's inclusive of all. We have some fun, some playful jabs, but nothing off the cuff, But y'all keep an eye on things, and we appreciate you.
Yeah, y'all do a good job.
Thank you to all of our subscribers. Thank you to our members. And thank you to 3 Diglets for helping put that membership up a little bit. Did it twice.
He about to be like, he got a record. He's the longest defending champion
Thank
ever.
you to everybody that super chatted. It means the world to us. We say it every single time, and we mean it, because we watch a lot of other channels that, acknowledge them, but like, hey, thanks, appreciate it, and let's kind of move on. We wouldn't be here without you. We wouldn't be here without the subscribers. We wouldn't be here without the super chats. We wouldn't be here without the members. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you.
Oh,
so
my goodness.
thank you for going down and donating to us like you just did here. 3 Diglets. Come on. We on the way out, 3 Diglets. Why you got to do it? Why you got to do it? Gifted 10 memberships. 3 Diglets.
Come on, man. Wow. Just wow.
Do the kids still do that?
Wow.
Arsenio Hall? No?
Wow.
Okay, I could take it too far. 3 Diglets.
Yep.
We hope we are number 1 in your hearts as you are number 1 in ours. Not be here without you. And pretty soon, in a matter of months, we're going to be moving into a slightly bigger space that I'm excited about. We'll talk about that a little later down the road. But when I tell you that everything you do and pour into this channel, we put into this channel 100% for you. We want to bring you the absolute best of the best, because we know there are a lot of choices in this space.
Yeah.
But y'all are family, each and every one of you. And to those that just popped in here for the first time, hey. Welcome. We got plenty more left in the tank. Tomorrow night, we will be here, 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern time, for Monday Night Raw's live watch party.
Live watch party, baby.
So come back for some more A&B Convos, Wrestling Edition. Bone Crusher!
Bone Crusher!
Come here, good girl. Say goodbye to the people.
Oh, she came this time.
There she is. Say goodbye to the people. I'm going to be honest with you. Never before have I been a dog person. We've always traditionally been cat people. And this one was a mistake. No, I'm just kidding. See, don't get into your feelings. No, she was actually gotten as an emotional support animal and ended up being ours. And I got to be honest with you. Never loved a dog like I love this dog. She frustrates me sometimes, but I love this dog. Sophie Dophie, I know you know what I'm talking about. Anybody that got a dog, I love this dog. So our channel mascot thanks you. God bless you. We appreciate you. And we hope everybody comes back tomorrow night for Monday Night Raw's live watch party. Until then, we will bid you. You seen her? You seen Dewdrop? Piper Niven. Piper Niven. Love you. God bless you. Good night.